Precision rifle shooters always want the smallest groups and the most reliable hits, but not every rifle delivers on that promise. Thankfully, there are bolt guns out there designed to take mechanical accuracy to the next level. In this video, we'll talk about 8 rifles that are competing for the title of the most accurate ever made. Before we dive in, we just want to say thank you for your incredible support. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. It helps us keep the lights on and continue bringing you human-made content like this. Alright, let's jump in. Number 8. Springfield Armory Model 2020 Waypoint. These days, Springfield is known for their XD and Hellcat pistol lines, but few are aware they made something more interesting. Their Model 2020 Waypoint. It arrived on the scene in late 2020, and there's been plenty of feedback about its sub-MOA guarantee. It's not just capable of 1-inch groups at 100 yards either. Many shooters get down to around .75 MOA or tighter, using factory ammo from Hornady and Federal. One reason is the carbon fiber barrel, which shaves weight while also helping produce a stable shot by keeping the rifle from flexing. The folks at Springfield Armory decided to top it off with a TriggerTech field trigger that breaks around 2.6 pounds, giving you control over each press. The Waypoint weighs in at roughly 6 pounds 9 ounces, so it's easy to haul around if you're heading into the backcountry for a hunt. Plenty of testers have dragged it through tough terrain without losing zero. If you prefer a muzzle brake or a suppressor, the barrel's already threaded, so it's not a hassle to attach whatever suits you. The AICS-compatible magazine makes feeding smooth, so you can switch calibers among choices like 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, or 6.5 PRC. You might run into a 90-degree bolt lift that feels a little slower if you love shorter bolt throws, but that's more of a personal preference than a big flaw. I've also heard folks say it's a bit pricey, though it's typically in the mid-$2,000 range, so I wouldn't call it expensive for what it offers. Number 7. Daniel Defense Delta 5 Pro. Daniel Defense is a name you usually associate with AR platform rifles, but their Delta 5 Pro shows that they can make great bolt guns. This rifle came out more recently and caught on with competition shooters who value sub-MOA performance with a chassis that caters to quick adjustments. This rifle is known for its consistent .7 MOA or better using premium factory ammo like Hornady Superformance Match, and I've heard of .68 MOA with certain Desert Tech loads. That's enough to inspire confidence if you're stretching out to 700 or 800 yards in a match. It also has a hammer-forged barrel that's shorter, around 16 inches on some versions, which might raise some eyebrows if you're used to longer tubes for long range, but it still does a great job generating respectable velocity and keeping you on target. There's an adjustable aluminum chassis that you can tweak for length of pull and cheek height, helping you settle behind your scope more comfortably while maintaining consistent eye relief. The 3-lug bolt is known for its smooth travel. The muzzle brake from Area 419 helps reduce recoil and makes it easier to spot impacts through the scope. The integrated ARCA rail that runs along the forend lets you move your bipod or other attachments around to match different shooting positions. Some owners say it's in a tricky price bracket because certain competitors offer lower-priced rifles with a similar feature set, but the overall build quality and consistent sub-MOA accuracy might win you over if you give it a chance. It costs less than $2,500, so it's not exactly in the super expensive category. Number 6. Proof Research Elevation 2.0. Proof Research has always been known for carbon fiber barrels that manage to combine lightweight with strong rigidity, and their Elevation 2.0 uses that know-how in a complete rifle package. It came out in 2024 and soon became a favorite of hunters. The sub-MOA guarantee isn't just a marketing gimmick, and many testers say it dips under 1 inch at 100 yards with standard factory loads, sometimes getting closer to half an inch. Proof Research includes a 20-inch carbon fiber wrapped barrel with a 1.7 twist, which is a plus if you plan to run something like 6.5 Creedmoor or possibly 223 in a heavier weight range. The Zermatt Arms Origin action, which is at the heart of this rifle, moves smoothly and gives you the option to eject brass forcefully or gently, depending on how you manipulate the bolt. That might sound minor, but in certain match scenarios or reloading practices, it can really matter. The stock is carbon fiber too, so it remains stiff without adding pounds. And the bedding is done in a way that keeps your barrel free-floating. This means your point of impact shouldn't shift when you sling up or rest on a bipod. The TriggerTech adjustable trigger weighs around 2.25 pounds and has a clean release, so you're not fighting any creep. The rifle weighs just over 7 pounds, so carrying it through the woods or to your local range is less of a chore than some heavier rifles. Some folks wish it had an adjustable comb on the stock, which might bug you if you're picky about exact cheek weld. One other thing to note is that the safety doesn't lock the bolt handle, which can be a point of debate among certain shooters. Regardless, if you're into carbon fiber technology and want a rifle that merges reliability, accuracy, and relatively low weight, it's definitely one to keep in mind. The price is around $3,499, so it's not cheap, but for what it offers, it's not a bad option. Number 5. Tikka T3x Tac A1. This is one bolt gun that has shown up at many ranges and shooting competitions, and for good reason. Tikka is known for combining finished craftsmanship with accuracy. This particular model can achieve sub-MOA groups with a variety of factory loads, with some owners even bragging they can shoot 0.4 or 0.5 MOA clusters using hand-loaded ammo. The 24-inch cold hammer forged barrel is known for consistent results, whether you choose 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, or 223. The action has a 60-degree bolt throw, which helps you cycle it quickly without bumping into your scope. And there's a Teflon-like coating on the bolt that ensures a slick motion. The T3x Tac A1 folds at the stock, which is excellent for storage or transport, and you can adjust the length of pull and comb height to get a better alignment behind your optic. The 10-round steel magazines always feed flawlessly. The rifle comes with a 0 MOA rail, which is okay if you're not shooting extremely far, but some guys switch it for a 20 MOA rail if they're pushing beyond 1,000 yards. You might notice the cheek rest could use some more cushioning if you plan to spend hours behind the gun, but that's a small nitpick. The price hovers around $2,500, which again, I wouldn't call cheap, but it's not a wallet killer either. What you do get is a reliable, competition-oriented platform that can double as a range rifle or even a long-distance varmint rig if you're into that. Tikka has built a solid reputation for accuracy and reliability, and the Tac A1 fits right in with that legacy. Number 4. Bergara's Premier Approach. Bergara's Premier Approach is a model that offers near custom performance right from the store shelf. Bergara barrels have been well regarded in the PRS scene for a long time, and the Premier Approach uses that strong foundation to produce sub-MOA consistency with no fuss. I've heard of folks printing respectable groups at distances of 300, 400, and even 500 yards with factory loads, especially in 7mm Remington Magnum or 6.5 Creedmoor. The hinged floor plate might throw off those who prefer a detachable mag, but it keeps the rifle's line sleek and can be handy in the field. The Grabo stock includes flush cups for easy sling attachment, and it's designed to handle rough outings without losing zero. I heard of a story about some guy who mentioned taking his rifle traveling to Africa and still maintaining zero after being jostled around in a vehicle or carried on long treks. The TriggerTech trigger also helps keep your point of aim exactly where you want it at the moment it breaks. There's a muzzle brake on newer versions, which can be helpful if you're shooting magnums and want to soften the recoil. As for reliability, it's based on a Remington 700 style action, which makes it easy to service and upgrade. If you ever want to swap triggers or do other modifications, that footprint means you'll have a wide range of options. The Bergara Premier Approach floats between $1,960 and a bit over $2,000, which makes it the most affordable bolt-action rifle on this list, even though some would say it doesn't offer as many custom features as a gunsmith-built rifle. You're still getting a load of performance, especially for something that costs below $2,000. Number 3. Seekins Precision Havak SLAM. The Havak SLAM by Seekins Precision is one bolt gun that might catch your eye if you're into ultralight builds but don't want to give up accuracy. It weighs around 5.5 pounds, which is a blessing when you're out chasing game in rugged territory. It's known to achieve half-inch groups at 100 yards using Hornady 143 grain ELDX, and it tends to keep that precision even as you stretch out. The design includes an aluminum chassis skeleton that's covered with strategic material to keep weight down while giving you a stable shooting platform. You also have a folding stock with an adjustable cheek piece, so you can tailor the comb to your preference. The short magazine capacity of 3 rounds can seem limiting if you're using something bigger, but for a hunting context, that's usually enough. The Havak element action merges aluminum with steel inserts, and the M16 style extractor typically yields reliable extraction without fuss. Some shooters say that recoil can feel a bit more pronounced because of the lighter weight. A muzzle brake or a suppressor attachment can help you manage that. You can break down the bolt in the field if you need to, which is a nice perk for cleaning or maintenance on extended trips. As far as price, at around $4,500, this bolt gun isn't for everyone. But if you want an easy-to-carry rifle that won't fail you in the accuracy department, it fits that niche well. Number 2. Masterpiece Arms PMR Pro. Masterpiece Arms is best known for their innovative chassis system, but they built the PMR Pro specifically for folks competing in PRS production class. It's priced under $3,000, not bad for its build quality and accuracy. This rifle can consistently shoot sub-half-MOA groups, and some manage around 1/3 of an inch with good hand loads. The 26-inch barrel is from 416 RQ stainless steel, air gauged to keep everything uniform. The action is a courtesy elite, which includes a spiral fluted bolt that glides pretty smoothly. Its MPA BA chassis lets you fine-tune the length of pull and the cheek riser with thumb wheels, and it's got an integrated ARCA rail to move your bipod or barricade stop anywhere along the forend. A bubble level is also built in, which helps you avoid canting the rifle during a shot. The magazine catch is height adjustable, a feature that lets you ensure reliable feeding even if different brands of magazines have slightly different dimensions. This bolt gun is competition ready without needing extra modifications. Some might complain that the standard BA chassis doesn't include certain advanced add-ons that MPA sells separately, but it's not bad for its $3,000 price tag. You can shoot it in blazing summer heat or dusty conditions, and it tends to chug along without a hiccup. This is a rifle you'll see on match day, right next to more expensive custom builds, which speaks to how well it performs when you're trying to ring steel at extended distances. Number 1. Sako TRG 22A1. And finally, let's talk about Sako's TRG series. It's been impressing PRS shooters for a long time, and the TRG 22A1 is the modern evolution of that line. MSRP starts around $6,500, so I'm definitely calling it expensive, but that price will be justified once you see how it performs. This thing is capable of sub-half-MOA groups, using loads like the 136 grain Sako Sonar. Some have managed 0.4 inches at 100 meters, which is about as tight as most people can shoot in real-world conditions. The 26-inch cold hammer forged barrel is known for staying consistent across extended sessions, and the tri-lug bolt cycles without any dragging or fuss. Sako also built the aluminum chassis to maintain a free-float environment for the barrel, and the folding stock can be adjusted for a length of pull, comb height, and butt pad position. There's a built-in toolkit if you need to make small changes on the fly. A robust extractor ensures you won't have brass stuck in the chamber at a critical moment. The rifle has proven its mettle all the way out to 1,200 meters, but you do have to keep in mind that the barrel is not user serviceable, so if you wear it out, you'll be sending it back to the factory. The phosphated finish is also kind of a bit old school compared to more advanced coatings. Still, if you want a legendary name that's almost guaranteed to print tiny groups at extreme distances, the TRG 22A1 is near the top of the list. You're paying a premium, but you're stepping into a world where Sako's century of firearm experience really shows. And that's a wrap. Sure, these rifles aren't exactly cheap, but honestly, compared to something like a Korth Classic that goes for $9,000, these are practically a bargain. So, did any of these rifles grab your attention? Maybe you even own one. If you do, drop a comment and let us know what makes your bolt gun a keeper. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on videos like this. Thanks for watching.